Welcome to the Northwest Showcase on 93.9 KPDQ on this gray, dark day here in the Portland area. Our program is being sponsored by Day Chiropractic. My name is Andy West, and of course you can reach Day Chiropractic at 503-760-7572. That's 760-7572. And they're on 122nd Avenue, just south of Powell, right between Powell and Foster. Dr. Day, welcome.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Oh, I was looking forward to
Yes.
seeing you today. I'm just totally serious. I love when you're in studio. And so we have a couple of special guests first
Yes,
of all.
we do. So one of the things that we've invited is some wonderful people to join us today. We have Betty, Linda, and Mason, and they are with Portland Open Bible Church, and they have a community pantry that we are going to be partnering with over the next few months here. And so it's kind of neat that we're going to kick off this, and it starts today from now until Christmas. If you decide that you want to come in as a patient in our clinic, we're going to just ask you make a donation of at least $25 to the pantry, and then we will do the full workup, take the exam, take the x-rays, do all that sort of stuff in exchange for that. So it's one of the ways that we get to live our passion. We love chiropractic, as people who listen to us know, but this gives us a way to help support a ministry that we believe in, that we want to help partner with, and so that's something. So we're kicking off this Christmas. We started right before Thanksgiving, and it is interesting because last year I did a food and clothing drive, but this year I said, you know what? They have a lot of that sort of stuff, but they're really providing food for the community, and a lot of times, if they have the money to buy certain things, they can fill in for the families that they know they have needs and things like that. So I was thinking it might actually be more useful than to actually help get some money that they can use.
Oh,
so,
absolutely. Yes.
all right. So Betty, do you want to kind of tell us a little bit about the program that you guys have and how you got started with that?
Yeah, welcome, Betty.
Yeah.
Yes, hi. Thanks, Dr.
Yeah.
Day. And thank you guys for having us on
Oh,
here.
you're
It's
so welcome.
exciting to be here. So yes, my name is Betty Brown with Portland Open Bible Community Pantry, and we have had our pantry going for about 3.5 years now.
Wow.
We got started originally because our church, Portland Open Bible Church, had experienced several break-ins, and we noticed that people were breaking into the church, but they were leaving all of our expensive equipment. All equipment was left. They were just going to our refrigerator and stealing food out of the refrigerator.
Wow.
This happened 2 or 3 times. And so Linda and I and Julie and some other individuals at the church decided to get together, and why don't we just feed people instead of doing anything else? Let's just
Wow.
feed them and see what happens. And so that's what we did. We started talking about it back in October, right, Linda? And we did all this talk, and somebody told us, well, what you really need to do is connect with the Oregon Food Bank, because they were like the big boys in town.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we called the Oregon Food Bank, and they were amazing. Jen Turner over there was our regional person, and Jen came over immediately and met with us and just began to tell us, okay, if we're going to partner with you, this is what you need. But one of the things Jen told us back then was that where the pantry is located, which is on 92nd between Division and Powell, is one of not only the poorest places in Portland, but also they had been wanting someone to open a pantry there that they could partner with. So it was an amazing experience, and from the moment Jen got involved, she basically told us, yeah, this is kind of what you need to do. And so we started, to be exact, on January the 13th.
Wow.
2015.
Right.
Right. And so Linda, tell them what happened that day.
Not fun. We had about 5 people at the church, and we had this food waiting to give food to the people, and nobody showed up.
And we were shocked.
We were just totally shocked.
Wow.
And so for the first 15 days, which was from the 15th to the end of January, we served 12 families.
Wow.
And now
And you had more food than that, but you just didn't. The people didn't know about it.
We didn't have the people, so we just sat in there and played games and talked and prayed. A lot of praying.
And Jen had told us, don't worry, believe me, it'll catch on.
And so now we have lots of families we
Yes.
feed.
Yes, what happened was Oregon Food Bank wanted us to be viable before they actually partnered with us. And so we were just like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do to get food in here? And so the first people were Boy Scouts. The Boy
Oh.
Scouts call Linda.
Okay.
Yeah, the Boy Scouts, just out of nowhere.
Right.
Right.
She, her name is Tempe, and she called me one day and said, I am in charge of the Boy Scouts, and they are in the process of doing a food drive, but I can't get anyone to accept the food. And I said, you have a home with us.
Wow.
So they did their food drive, and they brought about 500-600 pounds worth of food, so that was basically our startup.
Right.
And she's been doing that every year now, and it'll probably be sometime this month, so we've had her for 4 years also.
Wow.
And then after came the Portland Food Project.
Right.
Portland Food Project were just amazing, and they were also in those beginning months where we didn't know where food was coming from, but slowly but surely people started coming. And so Portland Food Project loved us to death and says, we're just going to kind of keep you guys going until we can get Oregon Food Bank.
That's funny.
Wow.
They feed us, give us food every 2 months, and it started out for many, many months. We used to get 100 pounds worth of food from them.
Okay.
Now we're up to about 600 to 700 pounds of food every other month.
Okay.
And also, when they have extra food or somebody doesn't take the food, they call us and we take it.
Wow. So now Mason, he drives and picks up stuff, right?
Yes.
Where does he go?
I go to every Monday at 8:30. I go to Imperfect Produce
Okay.
in Clackamas,
Okay.
and we get anywhere from 500 to 1,000 pounds of produce. And then I go from there and go down to Dave's Killer Bread,
Okay,
which is
yeah,
just down the
yeah.
road from them. And they give us anywhere, I think, from 75 to 100 loaves of bread.
Wow.
And I bring that back to the pantry. And usually about the time I get back to the pantry on Monday, the Oregon Food Bank is unloaded. They'll have about half of it put away.
Wow.
So the Oregon Food Bank brings food to us every Monday, and that's like thousands of pounds worth of food
Wow.
is what they bring.
Wow.
We had 2,200 pounds on Monday delivered.
Wow. And so and you give all that out?
Yes.
Yes.
Every Monday we get about the same amount of food, and we give it out on Tuesday from 5 to 8 and Thursday from 10 to 2. And it's
People
gone.
line up and they come, and then you
Right.
just meet a need then.
Yes.
We meet their needs, and
Wow.
the food is gone. We get rid of the food. The pantry is empty when I come in on Monday morning.
And so
Wow.
as of up until this year, basically some of our statistics, we've served over 2,750 households is what we've done. And you know, we're still kind of considered a startup is what
Yeah.
I have found, but we're working really, really hard. People in those households, about 8,617 people. 27% though of the people that we serve are children.
Wow.
Oregon Food Bank has a computer system called Link to Feed, and so all our data goes into that every time people come. And so yes, 27% are children, and 24% of the people that we serve are people 60 years old or older.
What percentage?
Over 24% are people 60 or
Wow.
older, yeah, and 27%.
So a
are
quarter
children.
of them are children, and a quarter of them
Right.
are elderly,
Right.
essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that is
Wow.
that's one of the main, I think, messages we want to get out there is that the people that we're serving really need the food. It's hard sometimes because you know we're all doing what we're doing,
Yeah.
but yeah, we serve a large population, and I think the other thing is the mentally ill. It's that when we're seeing more and more people who are just mentally challenged. In fact, I was at the pantry last night, and I love our pantry volunteers. These are incredible, wonderful, patient, very patient individuals that are doing it because they love it. Matter of fact, I wanted Linda to share her story as to why, because Linda's been with the pantry from the beginning, and
Wow.
she has a team of about 6 to 8 people that spend 3 to 4 hours every Monday unloading hundreds of pounds of food. But I wanted to ask her when we found out we were going to be doing this. I said, Linda, why do you do this? Why? And so she told me a story I never knew, so I'm going to have her tell it.
Okay, I didn't have a real good childhood. I went from one family member to another, back to my mother, and then ended up in foster homes. And during that time, I mean, there were a lot of people that helped me along the way. Also, after I got married, I was divorced after 10 years and had 2 children. Well, I worked and took care of the kids and didn't really have a whole lot of time to do anything, but there were people around that were willing to help me and my children. So I moved to Portland, and when I started going to this church, it just came up, and it was something I could give back to the community, because it was something that we really needed in our area. And that's it. I love doing what I'm doing, and it's just really a nice feeling when you see all this food gone on Monday mornings that you spent hours putting away the Monday before. I mean, it's really rewarding, and that's a lot of the reason why I got into it, is to give forward to what I've received myself.
Yeah. Wow.
Can I ask a quick question? You know, I just read about this lady that had a huge vegetable garden in North Dakota, and she supplied the homeless in 1 year with, I think, 3,000 pounds of vegetables. And I think it's even more than that, but that's just a conservative number. Do you guys think that if more churches got involved in feeding the homeless and the hungry, and I mean, don't you think we could actually take care of the problem?
Yes,
Yes,
that's what
I believe
one of
that.
the best stories is Montebello Baptist Church. They're just up the street from us, and they came to us soon after we got going. Montebello came over to us and said, "You know what? We got to thinking, why don't we just support you guys? We could start a food pantry, but you guys are doing a food pantry, so why don't we work together and help, provide for the neighborhood?" And so one of the things Montebello has done consistently over several years now is provide us with volunteers. It's a huge deal. So they provide us with volunteers. They'll do little drives for us. So yes, I totally agree. I think I would love to see us together just feed the poor.
I mean, it's biblical. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's not anything that should be brain surgery.
No, right.
You know, and so what you're doing is just awesome. Yeah, congratulations for what you're doing.
You know, it's kind of interesting that here, and I can then be in my office doing what I love, right? Taking care of patients. And patients need what I have to offer, but we can then funnel that to help buy, so that you guys have the resources to do the ministry that you need. So it's really, so all of us, in whatever capacity, if we hear this message, so, for those, obviously I'm interested in patients coming in and all that sort of stuff, right? But more importantly, what really drives me is this desire to see people come to know the Lord, come to have their needs met, and this is a tangible way that we can show God's love to the community that's hurting.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
It's something that I love to be able to put my shoulder behind and really kind of give a little bit of a push.
Yeah.
So
here's the Dr. Day Chiropractic Christmas special. For a $25 donation to the Portland Open Bible Community Pantry, and that you will get a full exam, including the necessary digital x-rays, the posture, and the nerve scan to locate the source of the problem. All of that for $25. It's a donation to the Portland Open Bible Community Pantry. And Dr. Day, is that underway now?
It starts today.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're kicking off, and it will go till, we say till Christmas, but I'm heading out to Minneapolis on the 21st, so let's get it a little before Christmas.
Okay.
And then, if you don't, you don't have to write out a check. When you get to my office, Nancy is our front desk, and she loves the pantry. So we'll get the money to them. So you just get to our office and either write a check or you can use a credit card. It doesn't matter. We'll get the money to the pantry.
All right. So and you can find out more right there at daychiropractic.com. Dr. Day's office is at 3758 Southeast 122nd Avenue in Portland, and you can make your appointment at 503-760-7572, 760-7572. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk more with Dr. Day from Day Chiropractic on the Northwest Showcase on 93.9 KPDQ.